my dear students, I welcome back to your favorite channel NEET World. I welcome all the students to the NEET Foundation series of class 9 biology. Yes. So students, in this today's particular foundation series, we are going to discuss about the interesting mind map of the muscular tissues, and the next we are also going to solve the NEET Foundation questions related to these muscular tissue students. So before starting the session, here we have a positive quote with us. Learning is always a journey but not a destination, students. Okay. So learning, okay, always you need to learn the new concepts continuously, and for the learning we don't have any end point and there is no destination for the learning. So it is a continuous journey without a destination. So focus with this positive quote and try to follow it. Yes. Yes, let's get started with the session. Types of muscular tissues. So students, already we have done the one shot live session based on this particular concept. You can easily go to our YouTube channel called as NEET World, and there in the live session in the playlist we have these muscular tissue, students. So you can happily go through the live sessions and you can watch the concept clearly. Yes. So let's get started. Types of muscular tissues. Generally we have three different types of muscular tissues: cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle and smooth muscle. So before understanding about all these muscular tissues, so let's have a general idea and let's learn about its structure and its composition. Yes. Yes, students. Yes. A typical muscular tissue is made up of, a typical muscular tissue is covered by a plasma membrane. The plasma membrane of the muscular tissue is called as sarcolemma. And the cytoplasm of the muscular tissue is called as sarcoplasm. Yes. Sarcoplasm. And inside the sarcoplasm, that is nothing but inside the cytoplasm of this muscular tissue, there are many elongated cells which are going to run continuously, and those cells, those muscle cells are called as myofibrils. Can you see here? Yes. See, these are the elongated muscular fibers. Okay, these are the elongated muscle cells which runs continuously, and these muscle cells are called as myofibrils. These are very elongated and cylindrical in nature. These are the group of cells which are very elongated and runs continuously. These are actually the fibers. So hence it is called as the, yes, myofibrils. And this muscular tissue, okay, it is made up of a special proteins called as contractile proteins. Okay, the muscular tissue is composed of the contractile proteins. The extreme function of the muscular tissue is contractile in nature. Okay, contractility is a major function of the muscular tissues, hence it is also made up of the proteins called as contractile proteins. Yes, I am writing it here. Contractile proteins. Yes. And these contractile proteins are of two types, students: actin and myosin. Actin, myosin. So students, already we have done the one shot session on these muscular tissues. If there is any doubt related to this particular concept, you can easily click on the live sessions and there you can get the concept clear with a better understanding way. So I am just recalling all the terms related to this particular topic. Yes. So the muscular tissue is composed of a plasma membrane that is called as sarcolemma, and the cytoplasm is called as the sarcoplasm. Inside the sarcoplasm, that is nothing but inside the cytoplasm of the muscular tissue, there are many elongated cells. Okay, there are many elongated cylindrical fibers are going to run continuously. Those particular cells or those particular fibers are called as myofibrils, and the muscular tissue is made up of a proteins called as contractile proteins, which is going to contain actin and myosin. Yes, actin is a thin filament and myosin is a thick filament. Okay, both the actin and myosin works continuously to produce the contractions and relaxations in the muscular tissues. Yes, these all the terms you need to remember. So now let's look about the each muscular tissue in detail, its mind map, and then next we are going to solve the previous year NEET Foundation questions related to this particular topic. Yes. Yes students, generally we have three different types of muscular tissues: cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle and smooth muscle. Yes. So let's discuss about the cardiac muscle first. Yes. So this is a cardiac muscle. As the name itself indicates that this cardiac muscle is especially found in the heart. Okay. This cardiac muscle is found in the heart, and this cardiac muscle is striated muscle. Okay. It is called as striated muscles. It means it can show some alternate light and dark bands. These are the dark bands, and here we can find the light bands. I am writing it as D for dark bands and this is light bands. Okay, the cardiac muscle contains alternate light and dark bands, and then next the cardiac muscle is uninucleate. It is in the sense it is going to contain only one nucleus, students. Yes, can you see here? It is uninucleate. Yes, it is uninucleate in function, and the cardiac muscle is branched. Okay, we can find the branches in the cardiac muscle. It means, see, can you see this? It is one elongated cardiac muscle fiber and it is forming the branches with another one again. Okay, continuously it is going to form the branches. It is going to show the branches. It means we can call it as the cardiac muscle is uninucleate and it is branched in nature. And the next, coming towards the function, it is involuntary in function. Okay, it is involuntary in function and it is going to function continuously. It is going to show the contractions and relaxations continuously in our body, and it doesn't get fatigue very easily. Okay, it doesn't show the fatigue nature and it works continuously by showing the contractions and relaxations. The extreme function of the cardiac muscle is just to pump the blood to reach to whole the body, students. Okay, this is only the main function which is going to be performed by the cardiac muscle. Clear with the concept? Cardiac muscle structure, it is going to contain only single nucleus. It is uninucleate in nature and it is branched in nature, and it is also called as stripped muscle. Okay, it is also going to show the striations. It means striations are present, nucleus is present but only uninucleate in nature, and then next it is also going to show the branches. It is going to form the branching structures, and then next whenever it comes to the functions, it is always involuntary in function. Okay, it works continuously. The pumping of the blood, and the next the functions of this cardiac muscle is involuntary in function. We cannot stop it. Okay, so the moment when this particular cardiac muscle is going to stop its function, then that will be the end point of our life. Okay, it means its only major function is to pump the blood. Okay, to pump the blood and to show the continuous contractions and relaxations, and it is not going to show any fatigue nature. Yes, clear with the concept? And next, coming towards the skeletal muscle. The skeletal muscle is multinucleate. It is multinucleate in nature, and then next it is also going to show the alternate light and dark bands. Yes, let me choose a color. Yes, it is going to show the alternate light and dark bands. Yes, the blue colored structure whatever I am drawing, it is the dark band, and in between them we can find the light band. Yes, so the light bands are made up of the protein called as actin, and dark bands are made up of the protein called as myosin. These actins and myosins are going to work continuously to produce the rapid contractions and relaxations. Yes, so now let's look into these functions and structure. Yes students, so where we can find these particular skeletal muscle. Okay, so these muscles are attached to the bones. Okay, we can perform all the voluntary actions, whatever the voluntary actions we are performing, that is just because of the particular skeletal muscle only. And due to the presence of these alternate light and dark bands, we are calling it as the striations. Striations are nothing but presence of alternate light and dark bands. Okay, so this is one of the special property of the skeletal muscle and cardiac muscles. Okay, when it is going to show the continuous alternate light and dark bands, then we are calling it as the stripped muscle or striated muscle. Stripped muscle or striated muscle in the sense it is going to contain light and dark bands. And next, coming towards the function, it is called as the voluntary function. Okay, it is involved in all the voluntary actions. Suppose if I want to move my hand, if I want to move one step backwards and one step forward, so all these activities, if I want to write on the board and if I want to walk and if I want to perform any daily life of exercise, all these activities are just related to the skeletal muscle. Due to the presence of skeletal muscle only we can perform all these actions. Okay, these all actions are voluntary in nature, hence it is voluntary in function. Yes, next coming towards the smooth muscle. Okay, smooth muscles are called as unstriated muscles, okay, or else non-striated also. Yes, these are non-striated. It is in the sense we cannot find any alternate light and dark bands. Okay, and these are called as smooth muscles. We can find these smooth muscles in the intestines. Okay, we can find them in our internal body organs, in some organs like fallopian tubes, and the next inside the intestines, and then next we can find them in the stomach. These all are the locations of the smooth muscle. When it comes to the shape of the smooth muscle, these are spindle in shape. Okay, do you have the idea of spindle shape structure? It means it is the structure of the smooth muscle. So the smooth muscle is going to show spindle shaped in nature. The spindle shape is nothing but it is going to show pointed at the ends and it is going to have the shape broad in the middle. Okay, this is a broad shape in the middle and it is pointed at the ends. This particular shape is called as spindle shape, and these actions are also the involuntary actions. Clear with the concept? So this is a smooth muscle. We can find them in the intestines of the stomach, and then next we can also find in the blood vessels, fallopian tubes, etc. Okay, many other organs are there. Okay, these all are the locations of the smooth muscles, and these are non-striated in nature. Non-striated in the sense these are going to lack the alternate light and dark bands, and these are involuntary in function. How means, see now whenever we are going to consume the food, okay, the food is going to be swallowed and it is going to reach and it is going to be dumped and distributed inside our stomach. Okay, so all this process inside our esophagus, peristaltic movements are going to be happened. Okay, continuous peristaltic movements like contractions and relaxations will occur to compress the food and to relax the food. Okay, so these continuous contractions and relaxations in the peristaltic movement of esophagus is also an example of smooth muscles. Okay, and inside our intestines also, that it is going to increase its surface area. Okay, so the small intestine is going to contain the villi, they are going to increase the surface area. These all the actions we do during the digestion process, these all are related to the involuntary actions which is going to be performed by the smooth muscles. Clear with all the concept? Yes. So now we will look into the mind map. Yes. Just a minute. Yes. So it is just the mind map. Okay. So I request all the students to just please take a screenshot, and it will be helpful to you. Just please note down this particular mind map. Yes. So muscular tissues are divided into three types: skeletal, smooth muscles, and the next one is the cardiac muscles. Yes. So the skeletal muscles are voluntary in nature. You all have to remember all these points, students. Based on these, now we are going to solve the MCQs and PYQs also. Yes, these are voluntary in nature, it is true, and these are multinucleate, absolutely true. And next, these are striated, it means alternate light and dark bands are present. These are long and cylindrical. Yes. Next, they are going to show fast contraction, and these are always attached to our bones. Okay, this is skeletal muscle. Next, coming towards the smooth muscles, these are involuntary, uninucleate and non-striated. These are spindle shaped. Yes, this is the most important thing to be remembered. And they show slow contractions. When we eat the food, it is going to show slow compressions and relaxations through the esophagus. So it is going to show the slow contraction, and it is found in the walls of internal organs like intestine, stomach, and the next fallopian tubes. Okay, these all are the locations. Next, coming towards the cardiac muscle, it is involuntary, uninucleate, yes, striated, branched and cylindrical, intermediate speed, and it is just found in the walls of the heart. Clear with this concept? Yes. So now here are the most important NEET foundation questions related to the types of muscular tissues. So, in these the first question is, which of the following statement is correct about the cardiac muscles? Okay, this particular question is related to the cardiac muscles. Yes, these are the given options. Option 1, cardiac muscles are uninucleate and unbranched. These are uninucleate, true, but it is unbranched, wrong. Okay, cardiac muscles are always branched in nature. Yes, but here we have to match the right pairs. Cardiac muscles are multinucleate and unbranched. This is also the wrong statement because these are uninucleate and branched. Coming towards the third option, cardiac muscles are uninucleate and branched. Yes, this is absolutely true. Yes, next coming towards the fourth option, cardiac muscles are multinucleate and branched. Okay, these are not multinucleate, these are only the uninucleate muscle types. Yes, so clear with the first question, the option 3 will be the right option. Yes. So next coming towards the one more interesting question, skeletal muscles are striated and voluntary. Option 1, it is striated and voluntary. This is absolutely the right answer. Whenever it comes to the option 2, 3 and 4, the second option is unstriated and voluntary. This is wrong, students. Okay, it is striated and voluntary. So here we have the mismatch pair. This is wrong, this is right. And next, striated and involuntary. Striated is right, but involuntary is wrong. Option 4, unstriated and involuntary. This is completely wrong. So option 1 will be the right option. Yes. Next coming towards the one more question, the extract, yes, this is a wrong statement, you can skip it. Yes, muscles contain special proteins called, this we have discussed in the starting introduction itself. Okay, so the muscles are made up of which type of proteins? Contractile proteins. This will be the right option. When it comes to the other three options, vacuole proteins, these are wrong, students. Okay, this question is related to the cell organelles vacuole, so it is wrong, and here there we cannot find the proteins also. And next coming towards the option 3, globular proteins. Okay, it is related to the hormones, so this is also the wrong option. And next coming towards the 4, vesicle protein, it is also completely wrong. So related to muscles, these are made up of proteins called as contractile proteins. Yes. Next question, light bands of muscle fibers are made up of a protein. Okay, we have the alternate light and dark bands, right? So the light bands are made up of actin. Okay, the light bands are always made up of actin. This will be the right option. Whereas when we look into the first option, tubulin. Okay, so this is wrong option, students. Tubulin is a wrong option. This we can find them in the microtubules and some other things. And next coming towards the option 2, myosin. This is also the wrong option because myosin is a thick filament, actin is a thin filament. Okay, and the actin is going to show the light bands, whereas myosin is going to show the dark bands with thick filaments. And next coming towards the option 4, myoglobins. Yes, so myoglobins are only the proteins. Okay, myoglobins are only the proteins which we can find in the muscles. Okay, so we can also call it as contractile proteins. When we define the term contractile proteins, there we are going to study the actins and myosin. Okay, so both these are contractile proteins which are going to work continuously by providing contractions and relaxation to our body, and they give the movement to our body. Yes, myoglobins are together, all these are called as myoglobins. Myoglobins are just the proteins found in the muscles, but here the question is light bands. Okay, so the option will be the actin. The muscles involved in the movement of arm are, yes, so we can show the movement of our hand. Okay, we can show the movement of our arm, we can do all these activities. Why we can do all these activities? Due to the presence of which type of muscle, students? See, look into the options here. Unstripped muscle, yes, this will be the absolutely wrong, and option 2 is stripped, right option. Option 3 is cardiac, wrong, and option 4 is alare muscles, also wrong. So why 1, 3 and 4 are wrong? See here, unstripped muscle in the sense this is going to be a smooth muscle, right? Yes. Next, when it comes to the option 2, stripped in the sense striated muscle, okay, striations we can see in the skeletal muscle, okay, that skeletal muscle is only going to show the voluntary action. So, this will be the right option. Option 3 and 4, 3 is the cardiac muscles, okay, cardiac muscles are not involved in the voluntary actions, these are going to perform involuntary actions and these are present in the walls of the heart. So, this will be the wrong option regarding the particular question. Option 4 is alveolar muscles, okay, this we can find in the insects like cockroaches, okay, inside the cockroaches the chambers, okay, the heart chambers are made up of the particular walls called as alveolar muscles, okay, these are the heart muscles present inside the cockroach. Yes. So, clear with the concept muscular tissues and its types and its some important NEET foundation questions? Yes. So, in the next upcoming session we are going to discuss about the types of epithelial tissues, its easy and simple mind map, and then next again we are going to solve the previous year questions. So, students, all these sessions, okay, we have done with the animal tissues and cell, the fundamental unit of life. You can just click on the playlist in our YouTube channel NEET World, and please stay tuned to our YouTube channel and like, share and subscribe to NEET World. Thank you.